My baby called me video call, yeah. So I woke up and then I said hi.
Lovely viewers, grab your favorite drink, settle into your cozy spot, and let's dive deep into this emotional story that has everyone talking. Can you believe what Song Joong-ki just admitted? Yes, you read that right. He opened up like never before, and his words have left fans across the globe in shock, awe, and yes, a little heartbreak. The man who once shared one of the most iconic love stories in K-drama history with Song Hye-kyo has finally confessed that he let the best thing in his life slip away. And the way he said it, absolutely gut-wrenching. Let's take this journey together, because you're going to feel every word as if it was meant for you. Picture this. Song Joong-ki standing before a crowd during a recent interview, eyes glistening with emotion. Fans expected a casual talk about his upcoming projects or maybe a light-hearted conversation about his career. But what they got was something so raw, so real, it has become the center of every discussion online. He looked down for a moment, took a deep breath and said, "I let the best thing in my life slip away." And then he paused. Lovely viewers, that pause said 1,000 words. You know when someone is fighting back tears, and their voice carries the weight of memories they can never get back. That was exactly what everyone witnessed. And if you're wondering who he was talking about, well, his next words confirmed it. Song Hye-kyo will always hold a special place in my heart. Can you feel that? 'Cause honestly, I got chills just typing that out. Now let's rewind for a moment. These two weren't just any couple. They were the descendants of the Sun royalty. They captured hearts worldwide, not only on screen but off-screen as well. When they got married, fans believed in fairy tales again. When they split, hearts shattered everywhere. And now, after years of silence and rumors, Joong-ki's heartfelt confession feels like reopening an old diary filled with beautiful memories and painful regrets. Lovely viewers, do you remember their wedding? That dreamy, elegant affair in Seoul. The way he looked at her like she was his entire world. People still talk about those photos as if they're pieces of history. And now hearing him admit this, doesn't it make you wonder what really happened? What caused two people who looked so perfect together to fall apart? When Joong-ki said those words, you could see the regret etched on his face. He didn't just make a statement. He opened a wound for the entire world to see. And let's be honest, we've all been there, haven't we? Losing someone we thought we could never live without, and then carrying that what if for years. He even admitted that time hasn't healed that part of his heart completely. In his own words, some memories stay with you forever. Some people stay with you forever, even if they're no longer by your side. Doesn't that just hit differently? Lovely viewers, what do you think? Was this his way of saying he still loves her? Or was it simply a bittersweet acknowledgement of a love that shaped him? Fans everywhere are buzzing with theories. Some believe this could be his way of reaching out, maybe even a subtle hint that he wants to reconnect. Others think it's just closure, a man finally being honest with himself and the world. But here's what makes this so fascinating, the timing. Why now? Why, after all this time, did Joong-ki choose to speak about Song Hye-kyo in such an emotional, vulnerable way? Could it be because of the recent headlines linking Hye-kyo to a new phase in her life? Or is it because deep down, he realizes that silence never truly eased the ache of losing her? Lovely viewers, let me ask you, if you were in his shoes, would you still hold on to hope? Would you confess like this after so many years? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments because this is where it gets real. What's even more emotional is how fans reacted. Social media exploded within minutes. Hashtags like hashtag Joong-ki confession and hashtag best thing I lost started trending globally. People are making edits, digging up old photos of the two, and some are even writing heartfelt letters online as if they're part of the story. It's almost like the entire fandom has been transported back to the golden days of their romance, reliving those magical moments through this shocking confession. And let's be honest, part of us loves this because it reminds us that even celebrities, with all their fame and glamour, experience the same heartbreak and regret we do. That's the beauty of this moment. It's raw, it's human, and it's deeply relatable. Lovely viewers, here's where I want you to lean in a little closer. Imagine what must be going through Song Hye-kyo's mind right now. Do you think she's seen the clips? Do you think someone close to her sent her the headlines? If you were her, how would you feel hearing your ex-husband say something so powerful in front of the world? Would it make you emotional? Would it make you smile sadly, remembering the good times? Or would it stir feelings you thought were long gone? This is why I love talking to you guys, because you always have the best perspectives, and I can't wait to read what you think about this. Now, here's another interesting detail that fans picked up on. While Joong was speaking, his voice cracked when he said the word best. It wasn't just a casual statement. He felt it. And that's what makes this moment unforgettable. It wasn't rehearsed. It wasn't a PR stunt. It was a man bearing his soul in front of millions. And honestly, how rare is that in the entertainment world? How rare is it for someone to admit that they lost the love of their life and take responsibility for it? He didn't blame her. He didn't bring up any excuses. He just said, "I let it slip away." Lovely viewers, isn't that what true regret sounds like? Here's where we go deeper. What if this changes everything? What if this confession sparks a new beginning, or at least a heartfelt conversation between the two? Stranger things have happened in the world of love and K-dramas, haven't they? Could this be the first step toward reconciliation? Or is it just the final chapter of a love story that will forever remain unfinished? If you've ever rooted for them, this is the time to share your hopes. Would you want to see them back together? Or do you think some stories, no matter how beautiful, are meant to stay in the past? Before we wrap this up, let me say this. Song Joong Ki's words remind us all of something important. Don't take love for granted. Don't wait until it's too late to tell someone how much they mean to you. Because in the end, regret is heavier than any goodbye. And while we may never know what the future holds for Joong Ki and Hae-kyo, what we do know is that their story will always be remembered as one of the most iconic, most heartfelt, and yes, most bittersweet in Korean entertainment history. Lovely viewers, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this emotional confession? Do you think this was Joong Ki's way of expressing love that still lingers? Or was it simply an honest moment of reflection? Drop your thoughts, theories, and feelings in the comments. I can't help but wonder what you're thinking right now. Did that confession leave you with goosebumps? Because for me, it felt like stepping into a real-life K-drama, one where the lead actor suddenly breaks the fourth wall and pours his heart out, leaving us speechless. Now, let's dive even deeper into the aftermath of this revelation and what it means. Not just for Song Joong Ki and Song Hae-kyo, but for everyone who has ever believed in second chances. After Joong Ki uttered those unforgettable words, you could almost feel the world stop for a moment. Social media didn't just react, it erupted. Fans weren't just tweeting. They were writing essays, creating threads, and posting emotional videos recounting their favorite moments of the couple. Some even shared personal stories about their own regrets in love, saying Joong Ki's words made them realize they shouldn't wait to express their feelings to someone they care about. Isn't that incredible? A single confession sparked thousands of conversations about love, loss, and the courage it takes to admit you were wrong. But here's the question on everyone's mind. Did Song Hae-kyo respond? Lovely viewers, can you imagine being in her shoes at that very moment? Imagine scrolling through your phone, seeing your ex-husband trending worldwide with those words, and realizing the whole world knows he still holds a place for you in his heart. What would you do? Smile, cry, stay silent. Fans are convinced that Hae-kyo must have seen it. There's no way she could have missed something that massive. And guess what? Observant fans noticed that shortly after Joong Ki's statement went viral, Hae-kyo posted a photo on Instagram, a serene picture of the ocean with the caption, "Some things are eternal." Lovely viewers, that sent shockwaves through the fandom. Was it just a coincidence? Or was it her way of subtly acknowledging his words? And here's where the speculation gets even deeper. People are saying the ocean photo wasn't just a random post. If you remember, back in their happiest days, Joong Ki once compared Hae-kyo to the ocean in an old interview. He said, "She's calm yet powerful, and she brings peace to everyone around her." So when fans saw that ocean picture, their hearts skipped a beat. Could it be her way of saying, "I heard you"? Lovely viewers, what do you think? Is this just the internet reading too much into things? Or could it be a sign of something bigger? Meanwhile, industry insiders have started talking. According to some reports circulating online, close friends of Joong have revealed that he's been more reflective than ever lately. One insider allegedly said, "He's been thinking a lot about the past and what truly matters." That confession wasn't planned. It came straight from his heart. Can you imagine being in that room, watching him speak those words and knowing it wasn't scripted? That's why this moment feels so different from the usual celebrity soundbites. It's real. It's raw. And it's something that will probably stay etched in fans' minds for years. Now let's talk about what this could mean for the future. Do you think Joong words could open a door that's been closed for too long? Or do you think it's just a beautiful but painful truth that will remain in the past? Honestly, lovely viewers, I can't shake off the thought that this might be the beginning of something unexpected. We've seen celebrities find their way back to each other after years apart. It's rare, but it happens. Could this be one of those moments? And if it is, how would the world react? I can already picture the headlines. Song Couple 2.0? Doesn't that give you butterflies just thinking about it? But let's not forget the emotional weight behind those words. Joong didn't just say he missed her. He said she was the best thing in his life. That's not something you say lightly. It's the kind of confession that lingers, that makes people question everything they thought they knew about love, success, and happiness. And for those who followed their journey from the very beginning, it's almost impossible not to feel a lump in your throat. Lovely viewers, before I go even deeper, I want you to pause for a second and imagine this. What if they met again? What if somewhere, in a quiet cafe or a private event, they bumped into each other after this confession? How would that moment feel? Would they smile awkwardly, exchange polite greetings, and walk away? Or would they sit down, look into each other's eyes, and realize that some love stories never truly end? I want you to picture that and share your thoughts in the comments, because honestly, that's the kind of scene we'd all love to see. And here's something else to think about. Could this confession affect Joong current relationships or public image? Some people are saying it could spark tension, while others believe it only makes him more relatable, more human. After all, who hasn't looked back and thought, "I wish I had done things differently"? His honesty might even inspire other celebrities to open up about their own regrets. Imagine if this becomes a trend. Stars confessing the one person who got away. Wouldn't that be fascinating? But let's circle back to Song Hye-kyo for a moment. We all know she's been thriving. New projects, stunning magazine covers, and that undeniable grace that makes her a global icon. Yet, behind that strong exterior, do you think there's still a part of her that feels what he feels? That wonders what could have been? Or has she completely moved on, closing that chapter for good? That's the mystery that keeps fans hooked. And honestly, lovely viewers, I think deep down, we all want to believe in the possibility of rekindled love. Before I continue, let me ask you this. Do you think Joong will reach out to her privately after this? Do you think this confession was his way of breaking the ice? Or will it just stay as a public expression, never leading to anything more? The beauty of this story is that it's still unfolding, and we're all part of it. Watching, hoping, analyzing every detail like detectives in a love story that refuses to fade. Lovely viewers, stay with me because the next part is going to blow your mind. After that emotional confession and the wave of reactions across the globe, fans didn't stop at just expressing their feelings, they started digging deep. And what they found has left everyone wondering if there's more to this story than meets the eye. You won't believe the theories that are circulating right now, and some of them are so convincing that even I had to take a step back and think, could this really be true? Let's start with the first theory that's blowing up on social media. The timing theory. Fans believe Joong confession didn't just happen randomly. It came right after Song Hye-kyo made headlines for her latest magazine photo shoot. She looked stunning, radiant, and happier than ever. Some are saying that seeing those pictures may have stirred something in Joong heart, reminding him of everything he once had and everything he lost. And honestly, lovely viewers, doesn't that sound like the beginning of a real-life romance drama? The timing is just too perfect to ignore. But is it just coincidence? Or could it be fate nudging him to speak his truth? Now here's where it gets even more interesting. Observant fans have pointed out something symbolic during the interview. When Joong spoke those words, "I let the best thing in my life slip away." He was wearing a watch that Haekyo had gifted him years ago. Yes, you heard that right. Fans recognized it immediately from old pictures during their marriage days. The same watch on his wrist, during the most emotional confession of his life. Is that a subtle sign? Was he sending a message without saying it out loud? Lovely viewers, I want you to tell me what you think. Was that coincidence, or was it intentional? Because if it's the latter, that changes everything. But wait, there's more. Fans have also started decoding his choice of words. He didn't just say she was important. He called her the best thing in my life. That phrase hit hard because it's not just about love. It's about value. It means he sees her as irreplaceable, as something he can never find again. And when someone admits that, it's a sign that their heart still holds that person close, no matter how much time has passed. Lovely viewers, doesn't that make you wonder? If he feels this way, could he be hoping for another chance? Could this be the beginning of something the world never expected? Now, let's talk about the fans because they've practically turned into detectives overnight. Some fans have been analyzing every recent post from both stars. They're saying that Haekyo's captions have been unusually nostalgic lately, filled with quotes about time, love, and forgiveness. And Joong, he's been liking posts about second chances and soulmates. Coincidence? Or is there a bigger picture forming here? Honestly, lovely viewers, this is why we love these stories. They keep us guessing, hoping, and believing that love can surprise us at any moment. But beyond the theories and clues, let's talk about what this really means for Joong as a person. It takes so much courage to admit something like this publicly, especially when the world is watching. He didn't just risk criticism. He risked vulnerability in an industry where image is everything. And that's what makes this moment so powerful. It's a reminder that no matter how famous you are, at the end of the day, you're human. You have regrets. You have feelings you can't bury. And you long for what once made your heart whole. That's why fans are connecting to this so deeply. It's not just his story, it's everyone's story. Who hasn't looked back and wished they had done things differently? Lovely viewers, imagine if this confession sparks a new beginning. Imagine if right now, behind closed doors, Joong and Haekyo are having a heartfelt conversation. What do you think they would say to each other? Would it be tears, apologies, laughter, or all of the above? Picture this, Joong saying, "I never stopped caring," and Haekyo replying with that soft smile we all know, "Maybe it's not too late." Wouldn't that be the plot twist of the century? I want you to tell me in the comments, do you think this could actually happen? Or is it just a dream that lives in the hearts of fans? Now, let's dive into the second theory fans are buzzing about. The unfinished story theory. This one suggests that Joong never truly moved on because their love story ended too soon, too abruptly. They had everything, the chemistry, the admiration of millions, the perfect fairy tale wedding. And then it was over. Some fans believe that when something ends that quickly, without proper closure, a part of your heart stays stuck there forever. Could that be what's happening here? Could Joong confession be his way of finally finding peace? Or his way of saying, "I'm not done fighting for this"? Lovely viewers, what do you think? Should he fight for it, or should he let it go for good? As if that wasn't enough to keep us all on edge, industry insiders are now whispering that Joong might address this topic again soon. There are rumors of another interview where he plans to talk more about love, mistakes, and second chances. Can you imagine if he goes even deeper and says something like, "If I could turn back time, I would choose her all over again"? Lovely viewers, would that break the internet or what? And if that happens, you know I'll be the first to bring you every single detail. But for now, let's focus on what we know. Joong spoke from the heart, and those words are echoing everywhere. They've sparked hope, stirred emotions, and reminded us all of something important. Never underestimate the power of love, even after it's gone. Because sometimes, love has a way of finding its way back, no matter how much time has passed. Do you believe in second chances? Do you think Joong and Haekyo could ever find their way back to each other? Drop your answers because your thoughts make this journey even more exciting.